Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. This is your boy FlyIslandGuy. Today we're back here in Governor's Harbor, Eleuthera, and we're going to be taking a relatively quick hop, I guess, over to San Salvador Island in Bahamas. Weather today is looking really good. Let me just double check here on windy.com. And we'll look at Cockburn Town Airport. There's no METAR there, but we'll just kind of take a look and see what windy.com is giving us. So let's bring up the rain and thunder. And it looks like, wow, we are right on the edge of the weather. And it looks like some pretty nasty weather. I was totally wrong about the weather just now. It looks like the winds are blowing some pretty nasty weather into San Salvador. As you can see, lots of rain, lots of thunder. We are kind of over here. Memory serves me right. No, sorry, we're up here. So we're over here in Eleuthera. That's not Eleuthera. This is Eleuthera. Sorry. We're over here. So as you can see, the weather here isn't as bad. Things are pretty clear, but yeah, it looks like we're going to have a little bit of time when we come into San Salvador. So we need to get up into the air as fast as possible. As you can see, the weather is really strong and it's blowing all this right into San Salvador. So I'm kind of nervous for what we're about to experience over there. There is an instrument approach. So hopefully that will help us. If the weather isn't good enough, or if the visibility isn't good enough, we're gonna have to try something else. So everything is pretty much set up and ready to go. The previous flight that I did had us kind of doing a full setup. Didn't want to really do that again. We already have one engine started and ready to go, just acting like the APU, which means we could disconnect our ground power. So actually what we'll do, we'll go ahead and close up the doors as we are all locked and loaded and ready to go. Just gonna double check. We're departing runway 33, which is gonna be off to our right here in Eleuthera. Our approach into San Salvador should actually be pretty much a straight approach. We're coming in on runway 10. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and get ready to go. We've already removed the ground power. We've closed the doors. And we'll switch the EFIS to show performance data, and I believe that is I always forget which one to click on. There we go. All right. Sorry, this is the wrong one. Here we go. Confirm takeoff data. That's what we got to do. Takeoff data is confirmed. I see we have our V speeds already set up. What we will do is set our takeoff trim, which I believe is 1.3. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that. Takeoff trim is set, and yeah, good to go. So we are ready to kind of get engine started. We're gonna go ahead and get our beacon on. We'll go ahead and switch our prop brake off, which should get our right engine spinning and ready to go. And from there we'll go ahead and set our fuel condition lever to auto. Get that guy good to go. All right. Just want to make sure I have the right screen up, which is this guy. All right, so the next thing that we will do, we're going to go ahead and start the second engine. So we'll come up here, hit start there. Gonna come back down. See the NH is rising above 15. We can go ahead and introduce fuel. All right, it's looking good as well. All right. Okay. Go ahead and set our condition level to auto as well. We're going to head back up to the electrical power screen. Sorry, electrical power. Switch on the TRU. Engine started, so we can go ahead and turn the starter off. Probe heats are good to go. Set flaps to 15. All right, flaps are set. All right, go ahead and put our transponder on. Don't really need it, as I said, because we're not on VATSIM or anything. But I'm just going to switch it on, and from there we're just going to remove our wheel chocks and get ready to go. So, our V1 and rotate speeds are 110 knots today. For landing, our approach speed is 113. So, not too much variation. We are fairly full today from a passenger point of view. Fuel about half full, so we're not too heavy. Alright, we're going to get these lights on, and then we're going to rock and roll, folks. Okay. Alrighty. Lights are on. Transponder's on. I think that's about it. We're ready to go. It's got the gust lock off as well. And park and brake is off. So it's a short taxi to runway 33 for takeoff. So I kind of like these short island hops, as you've heard me say many times. Enjoy my island flying. I don't know why, maybe I guess because that's pretty much what I'm used to. Let's hope this landing is going to be better than the last. Because, yeah, that wasn't a good one. Like, almost kind of ended up skidding off the runway a little bit. So, kind of hoping for something better. Alright. We are just going to stop here really quick. And I'm just going to set my... There we go. Set the MFD just to show the flight plan, just so we have kind of a better, little bit of better awareness as to what's going on. Let's see. Alright, we'll get we have a weather radar on, though that is not too much to show right now. And yeah, I think that is it. Alright. Okay, so artificial horizon. I'm gonna leave that off for now. Not really too feeling that. Alright. Here we go, folks. We are gonna just roll straight into takeoff. Landing lights are on. Strobes are on. That's good. Nice long runway here in Eleuthera, in Governor's Harbor. Gonna get this up to the notch. Oh, there we go. Okay, gonna hit our rotate speed soon. Rotate. Nose is already coming off the ground. Gear up. We're just going to start that left turn. Drop the nose a little bit, get some airspeed. I always find it hard to kind of control the plane properly with it's difficult not being able to just like select the buttons and like have an actual physical button to press, so I kind of have to take my hands off the controls because I just have a joystick. That's it. Also, I just realized did not set my altitude, but I did. So you can get the VNav on. So we're going up to 15,000 feet. There we go. We're just in a pretty like slow turn right now. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Just gonna drop our climb speed just a little bit. So we want to climb out at about 160 knots. That'll actually give us a nice aggressive climb rate. So now that we do that, we'll climb it at about 2,000 feet per minute, which is good. Yeah, man, flying out here is absolutely amazing. It's beautiful. Love, love, love flying in the Bahamas. And I definitely recommend to anybody who's you just want something a little more on the scenic side of things, and sort of, I guess, easier flying, like you don't have to worry too much about terrain and that sort of thing. Definitely check out the Bahamas. Get you a small aircraft and fly around, and definitely gonna enjoy yourself. So while we're here, I just want to have a quick chat about kind of what's been going on in Halifax or in Nova Scotia. If anybody here is Canadian, you might have been following the news. We've had a pretty much unprecedented past few days where we're dealing with, the past week, where we've been dealing with wildfires. Now, I know in Canada, hearing about wildfires isn't anything new or strange, but in Halifax, or just Nova Scotia in general, we don't really deal with wildfires very often, and so this time around it's been actually horrible here, in that the wildfires, especially around the area where I'm in now, have they're in an area that's kind of pretty densely populated. So there was a lot of people who have lost their homes, or who've had to evacuate, and the firefighters right now are still struggling to kind of keep everything in check. So definitely what I recommend, please like send a prayer out here to the people of Nova Scotia. If you can donate, definitely like look for a charity, just donate, just to help those people who have been displaced. It's a very, very large area where the fire kind of really devastated. So it's tough. It's been really scary. Where I live, the wildfire actually is not far from here. Probably like, it's maybe a 20-minute drive away. And when I talk about highway driving, I'm talking about 20 minutes just on a regular road, just a regular surface street. So scary times out here, but unfortunately over the next week or so we're going to be getting a lot of rain, so that should help, to use a lack of better word, dampen things a little bit here. So the fire crews, who have done an amazing job, by the way, will actually have the chance to just take a break. You know, they've been going non-stop pretty much for the past 5 or 6 days, and it's not just in this area of Nova Scotia, but also in southern Nova Scotia as well. There's been wildfires there too. So definitely, if you're somebody that likes to camp and stuff, if the weather is super hot, super crazy, please practice fire safety. And the majority of these wildfires are started by people starting fires. You know, outside of that, the small percentage is started by lightning, and the rest may be off reflective materials concentrated on a dry wood or whatever, causing issues. But the majority of them, the vast majority of them, are started by people who maybe tried to start a fire or something, and the fire got out of control. That's it for me, folks. We're just gonna cruise over to San Salvador. We actually have, I can imagine, about 20 minutes or so of cruising time, and then we're gonna start a descent. So when we get back, we will be heading down to San Salvador in the beautiful Bahamas here, ATR-42. You know I got a thing for Bahamas. Sorry, ATR-42, 600. As I said, you know I have a big thing for the Bahamas, and I love to fly out here. So we'll see what the weather gives us. I could imagine we're gonna have some rain. It looks like there's some showers here in the distance now. So something you have to look out for. All right. Take care, everybody. I'll be back, and let's see how things go. It's your boy FlyIslandGuy. I'm out. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We've started our descent into San Salvador. Right about now, I believe we are roughly, let's give a look. We're roughly about 8 nautical miles from the final approach fix. This is the airport right here. And pretty much doing like a straight-in approach. So I'm not really expecting too much difficulty on landing here. We are doing the RNV runway 10 approach. If you look here, and pretty much our current approach has us coming straight into the final approach fix. So what we need to do right now is actually kind of set up for landing, so that we could just kind of turn on to the final runway heading and land the aircraft. So what I'm going to do right now is just go ahead and drop that first notch of flap. And actually, once we hit that final approach fix, we'll go ahead and drop the gear as well, just to slow down a little more. Alright, with 3 nautical miles out from the final approach fix. Gonna drop our landing gear just to slow ourselves down just a little more. Drop the next notch of flaps. We should be starting our turn very, very soon. We're about to hit 1,700 feet. And once we turn, we're going to be lined right up on the runway. Luckily, the weather did hold off. There was rain in the vicinity. It did see some of it coming in. But not an issue right now. Things are still very, very clear around here. All right, final notch of flaps done. We are all lined up, and I think I'm gonna just take it from here. Autopilot, yaw damper off, and we're gonna go takeoff power. little far away. Okay, a little high. By a little high, I mean very high. Okay. There we go. Just gotta back off just a little bit. We're just going idle power, just controlling the rate of descent just by the speed. Alright, we should be good to go for landing now. Check. All right, here we go, folks.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to San Salvador. This plane does something very interesting on landing. I don't know if it's because the front wheel comes off the ground or what. But it's definitely like very slippery on landing, and I'm not too sure why. So it's something I'm gonna have to look into. But here we are, folks, at beautiful San Salvador. Weather's mostly cloudy. Let's look at windy.com. Temperature is about 26 degrees Celsius, so it's really, really warm here, as is expected in the Bahamas. And what a wonderful day for a flight. This is going to probably be my last trip in the Bahamas for now. I just need to figure out where we're going to take the ATR. I'm thinking about maybe flying around Hawaii. We'll see. Alright, so we're just gonna do this right turn here. Fortunately I forgot to load the scenery. So I don't think, I'm pretty sure this isn't San Salvador scenery. But weird, the Eleuthera scenery loaded from before. So that's interesting. But anyways. Alright, we're not going to be able to make the marshal here with the way that they're standing. That's okay. Alright folks, here we are. I will shut down the left engine. and I'll feather the right engine, and then use the prop lock on it. And then we'll just use that to power the aircraft while we're on the ground. All right. I'm gonna see if that actually works. I'm not sure if you could do it when the engine's still running. Maybe not. Okay. That's fine. Alright, well, we'll shut down both engines, get the ground power on, and then we will call it a day, folks. Aircraft, ground power. Connect that up. Let's get all these guys off. And shut down the engine. Alright folks, and that is it. Hope that you guys enjoyed the flight. I know that this is somewhere that you've been lots of times before, but part of this is mainly about just getting the hang of the ATR, because we're going to be doing a whole lot more flying in it very soon, especially once I get on air up and running. Alright folks, so make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video if you see fit, and I will catch you on the next one. It's your boy FlyIslandGuy saying stay safe, most importantly stay fly. I'm out. Peace.